The Ritual, Chapter 2. I thought it was a cult worshipping the Walkman as their god. A cult, Anthony said blankly. Hey, think about it. People threatening us and saying don't mess with it, it's mine. We were all scared. Just overall surprised. We looked around and didn't see anyone looking at us, so how did they put it in my lunch? We got another note the next day. More jumbles, Anthony said, annoyed. It read all caps letters, but only a few lowercase letters. Again, the letters in lowercase form read, "He is ours." Ours. I noticed that, and we all knew it was a group at that point. Why do they want us? Will asked. I think I know. They want us because we are getting to him, and they want us to stop messing with him because he is theirs. Anthony was on it the second he started talking. They were relentless and didn't stop sending notes. Then it turned tides. We got a map. It was the library and computer lab, with the surrounding little details, but what was there was a coffee stain. It was around the library, so it looked like it was marking it. Attached to the map was a note that read, "I'm trying to help." We were in shock. Who, why, where, when, how? Will said. Why would they help us? More specifically, how do they know what is going on? I said. We made a list. Who could it be? I thought it could be an old or current member of the cult that wasn't happy with what they did or are doing. Anthony and I made a board that ruled out and ruled in people that could be trying to help us. After days upon days of theorizing, I came to a conclusion. Jacob Rogers was helping us. Think about it. Jacob Rogers did the ritual less than 13 years ago. He would only be in his 20s, I said. Why would he help us, and how would he know it's happening again? Anthony and Will agreed with one another, but I had an idea that changed their minds. Then the bell rang out of lunch into class. The worst thing was we had a test, so we couldn't talk no matter what. When we were walking home, we immediately started talking about it. What I was going to say was it is Jacob Rogers because... Whoa, watch out! A person wearing a robe and a hood charged at us from the left. We ran into cover behind a parked car. Walk, 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 walk. He'll make you walk with him. The man, woman, thing, whatever it was, said in a dark, mumbling, cracked voice. That moment, what felt like an entire army of people in hoods came walking over to the car we were hiding behind. I thought of what to do. Will was getting sticks and stones. Anthony was watching them, and me? Well, I was tasked of what and how to handle this situation. Anthony glanced at me with a look of terror in his eyes. What do we do now, Bradley? I felt weak. I didn't know, and at that point, we all thought this was it. The newest victims to the Walkman. Then I looked in the car, a pocket knife. Will! Hand me a big rock, now! He handed a large piece of asphalt to me, and I smashed the window, picked up the pocket knife, and Will said, "Now we can defend ourselves." I looked at him and explained, "There are about 15 of them, and 3 of us, with 1 pocket knife. We can't handle them." We all felt unempowered. I looked at the pocket knife, and I knew what to do. Cut the walking man himself. When I explained it, even I didn't understand fully. But then they were next to the car. By instinct, I slashed the knife to the side and knocked the hood of the main one's head. It was a person, but with burnt and wrinkled skin. We ran to where the old bathrooms were and found the paper in a corner. They all started running at us, and with that, I stabbed the paper. They all started to let out a little wail, and the main one flipped its hood off and ran even faster. It was there, then it was here. It tackled me, raised his arms, and Will ran over and kicked him off me. I looked at him, and all he did was nod. When I cut the paper in half, all the hooded figures fell to the floor and screamed a painful cry. I glanced at the main one, and he pointed his finger at me and motioned for me to come over. He took my brothers. You three need to banish him for the sake of humanity and for revenge. His head hit the floor. A car pulled up in front of us and a man stepped out. Well, well, well. You survived the first brother. The first brother? I said, surprised. No, the other ones sacrificed themselves to weaken Walkman. We looked at each other and he said, well, are we going to banish this guy?